Hello, ladies and gentlemen, racers and race fans, to the Pro-Am Racing Challenge brought to you by FAF for the love of the road and Six Sigma Sim Racing. Thank you very much for all the love and support you guys have been giving us all season long. Let's get a recap of where we've been. Zolder, Nordschleife, Silverstone, Bathurst, Spa-Francorchamps, Watkins Glen, Imola, and now the bitter end, the finale at Barcelona, Spain. Some of the championship has been mathematically decided. Otherwise, it has not been mathematically decided who's going to walk away with prizes and promotions this season. I'm your host, The Real High, aka Sagar Bakshi. Check us out on Twitch. Check us out on YouTube, in case you're already at one or the other. It's been my pleasure to be your host all season long, and without any further delay, let's get down to the racing action and see what the drivers are all up to for their qualifying session. We've got about 15 minutes left in this qualifying session. Justin Cutler leads in P1 over Kevin Lee, Nate Roberts, Ryan Nash, Laszlo Toth, Wilson Ho, David Johnson, Kenneth Choi, BK, Pina, Isho, Hyun, Mora, Nilton Diaz de Silva, Corey McNulty, Rory Buchanan, Nick Crazzoli, and Johnny Nickelford round out the 18 drivers still battling it out tonight. It's been an amazing championship so far, and it's pretty close up at the tippy top of both leaderboards right now. Leo Mora leads with 189 points over Belwea Isho with 182 points. Laszlo Toth in third place with 179 points. Justin Cutler leads with 194 in the pro category and will win the title with P5 or better finish. Kevin Lee with 179. Ryan Nash with 176. Justin Cutler just got bested by Ryan Nash, 144.377 by 43 thousandths of a second. Here comes Justin Cutler getting to the line. Do they have anything in store to do any better? Not on this lap, not on this occasion. The 35 pulls over, goes back to pit lane, and will have to go out again to try for another run at it. 12 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for him to do so. Get another crack at a fast lap, or the fastest lap. Here's the rear wing of Leo Mora right now, looking back in the dark, deep abyss. And towards Banc Sabadell we go. And in through New Holland now comes the car of Laszlo Toth and Justin Cutler. Leo Mora only provisionally second place in his class right now. Laszlo Toth besting him in first place. David Johnson in third place. Kenneth Choi in fourth. Leo Mora sets a quick time though, 146.462. Humbles up to the top of the top 10, and he's in seventh place right now, 2 seconds off the pace of the leader Ryan Nash. Here comes Nate Roberts. Nate Roberts has been pretty quick all season long, things considered. The man has suffered with his consistency, I feel like. Nate Roberts in fourth place with a 145.347, and not looking to improve on this lap of his own. Let's see what he has when he gets to the line. I believe this is just an outlap for him. No, it was not just an outlap. That was a fast lap. That was a 145.080. Leo Mora is improving yet again. Had 7/10 up at the entrance of Banc Sabadell, but manages to slip away just a little bit. He's 4/10 up now before we go to Europe car and the ADAC corner. Now coming through New Holland, Leo Mora putting his pedal to the floor now. See how much he can improve by. 3/10 is the margin, and he does improve into 6th place. Separates himself from Laszlo Toth by almost half a second now. Alan Pena driving the number 91 Porsche Motorsport car, sitting in 4th place right now, pulled out a second as he approached Renault. And going towards Repsol, last lap being a 150.1, best lap a 149.692, so has some improvement to be found. Kenneth Troy looks like he's parked at La Silla. No, that was at Seat he was parked. Up Benjamin Hunn's lap as he comes through the chicane. He's improving by around 3/10, but loses it through the RACC corner. Nate Roberts coming up to Banc Sabadell now. Up 6/10 on the personal best, 7/10 nearly, and that would be good enough for pole position, but just fluttering with the provisional pole time right now. Gets to the line. Where does Nate Roberts find himself? 3rd place overall with a 144.442, 65 thousandths away from P1. This is an amazing qualifying. 1/10 separating the top 3 right now. Justin Cutler looking for that extra 10th coming around the final corner right now. Does he have it? He does. A 144.227. Now puts a little bit of a gap between himself and Ryan Dash. And I say just a tiny bit of a gap because it's still 1.5 tenths separating himself from Ryan Nash. Alan Pena up around 0.8 of a second coming through Europe car now. Hopefully not invalidating that lap, but that tank slapper sure will cost him a whole heap of time. Manages to actually stay pretty quick through New Holland though. And a nearly 1 second improvement will drift down to half a second. 149.167 for the Porsche Motorsport car. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. And Alan Pena pulls over to the side of the road. Kevin Lee finds his way to the top of the timing charts. 144.367. Good enough for second place there. Almost at the top, but just under Justin Cutler. Ryan Nash finding that 10th that he desperately needs through Repsol. The Bald Eagle Motorsport team back to Leo Mora, 145.830 that last lap. Still good enough for 6th place there. Checking back in with Ryan Nash, finding that 10th yet again on his way through Campsa and La Casia. Will this be enough for pole position provisionally? I think it might be. Ryan Nash is on quite a bit of a flyer right now, but we've seen pole position not quite mean as much to some as it does for others, as Justin Cutler's been able to best a lot of drivers during his pit stop cycle. Getting to the line, Ryan Nash goes provisional pole, and you can hear the crowd cheer and roar. All the different color flags are waving in the background. David Johnson, good enough for 11th with a 147.450 that last lap out there. Kenneth Choi, 2/10 up right now. Got some lap traffic ahead of him. I can't tell whom that is. Red and white Ferrari with green wing plates. That might be Nilton Diaz de Silva. That is Nilton Diaz de Silva, but not anymore. The 930 gets punted in the rumpus there, and Kenneth Choi and Nilton Diaz de Silva getting involved. There's a little bit of an accident coming through Worth. Kenneth Choi warps back to pit lane, Nilton Diaz de Silva as well. Looks like a lot of drivers have called it quits with 1:45 left in the session. Wilson Ho getting to the line this time. That should just be an outlap for Wilson. Coming through Worth, Rory Buchanan has got a gray and green car. I think that'll be Nate Roberts. No, that's not Nate Roberts. Potentially Kenneth Choi. That is Kenneth Choi. Number 85 car. Isho with a last second lap. 147.382. Good enough for third place overall. And that will conclude the qualifying session for most of the drivers. And we have our wait time counter in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's not over for these drivers just yet. And it is actually over for Wilson Ho as he practices his pit stop entry. Take a quick look at the weather report and the leaderboard standings as things get underway. 24 degrees is the ambient, 30 degrees for the track temperature, northwesterly breeze at 5.3 meters per second, warm with a gentle northwesterly breeze, ensuring the race is going to be at stable racing conditions, mostly sunny skies there. And the top 5 drivers after round 7 and 2 drop rounds. Justin Cutler leads with 194 over Kevin Lee with 197. 196 for Ryan Nash. Corey McNulty, 138. Dominic Schumont with 136. Top 5 manufacturers all separated by just a handful of points right now. This is the pro category, obviously. Now looking at the Pro-Am or the GTD Am category, we have Leo Mora with 189 points, Isho with 182, Laszlo Toth with 179, Johnny Nickelford with 142, Alan Pino with 140 points. Got 5 different manufacturers in this category as well. The Ferrari leads the Porsche, leads the McLaren over the Lamborghini, and then the Mercedes. Tonight's race will be decided if Leo Mora wins the championship if he finishes P5 or better. Isho needs to win with the fastest lap and pole position while Leo finishes in P6 or lower. Laszlo Toth must win with extra points and hope that Leo and Isho finish outside the top 5. In the pro category, Justin Cutler wins the title with a P5 finish or better. Kevin Lee must win with the fastest lap and pole while Cutler finishes P6 or lower. Ryan Nash with 176 points needs to win with extra points while hoping Cutler finishes P9 or lower and Lee P4 or lower. The team standing Six Sigma Racing leads in the pro category with 323 points over the Bald Eagle Motorsports team with 311. The FAF GTD Pro with 243 points. The AM class, it's Omega Racing Team with 285 over the Blue Bull Racing 269. The FAF GTD team with 216 points. Go ahead and start our livery rundown. Justin Cutler in P1 for Six Sigma Sim Racing. The number 35 Nissan GTR. The Bald Eagle Motorsports of Ryan Nash and the 787 BMW in P2, followed by the 14 of Photography for Kevin Lee's team, and he is in third place driving the Ferrari. Nate Roberts in another Ferrari in fourth place driving the number 6 Pro car. Corey McNulty for Bald Eagle Motorsports, the number 74, is in fifth place overall driving the AMR Vantage. Leo Mora in first place of the Pro-Ams and the Omega Racing team in sixth place. Benjamin Hyun, the FAF GTD Pro team, is in seventh and driving the number 38. Laszlo Toth, the 188 for Six Sigma Racing, is driving in eighth place. Second place in his category. Wilson Ho, the 888 for Six Sigma Racing, is in ninth. BK, the number 9 FAF GTD Pro car, is in 10th place overall. Balwea Isho, third place in his category, 11th place overall for a FAF GTD Pro. And then we have David Johnson for the Bald Eagle Motorsports, the number 221, in 12th position.
30 seconds.
Kenneth Choi, the number 85, is going to be running in 13th spot. Roy Buchanan for Top Gear Racing, the number 5, is in 14th position. Then we have Nilton Diaz de Silva for the Omega Racing team, 930, in 15th spot. Followed by Alan Pena, the Porsche Motorsport, number 91, in 16th position. Then we have Nick Crizzoli, the number 3 Sky Tempesta racing car. They are in 17th position. And in just a few moments' time, the drivers will get rolling. And we're about to start the final race of the Pro-Am Racing Challenge, the first championship season of 2025.
Green light, green light. Go,
And
go, go.
green, 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 away we go, folks. And it looks like Ryan Nash has got the jump on Justin Cutler somehow, some way. And it looks like we're 3 wide in the background, the Porsche in the middle of the Six Sigma sandwich right now. Six Sigma backs out of it. Justin Cutler has the inside line. Ryan Nash finds the way along the outside line and cuts off Ryan Nash's attempt. But no, there it is, being snatched right back. Justin Cutler up the inside line. No. And then there goes Kevin Lee getting dragged on forward behind Justin Cutler. Are they going to send it 3 wide now? They sure will through Repsol. And this is an epic battle for the lead of the race. Kevin Lee to the outside line for Sia. And it looks like he's going to go the long way around Ryan Nash. Will that end up working out in his favor? It does for now. Not over Ryan Nash, but over Justin Cutler. In the background, Corey McNulty and Nate Roberts are also battling it out. Then the position gets lost by Corey McNulty to Nate Roberts. Roberts forward. Leo Morris promoted into 6th. Roy Buchanan 7th. And Wilson Ho, BK, Benjamin Hyun, Kenneth Choi, Alan Pena, Milton Diaz de Silva, Laszlo Toth, David Johnson, Nick Crizzoli, and Balwea Isho. Isho's the one that lost out really badly on that race start, tumbled down to almost P last, but he's working his way forward. Here's another battle right now. Here's Nate Roberts falling back, getting bumped in the rumpus. There is Justin Cutler. And now it'll be a battle amongst the Americans, Nate Roberts and Corey McNulty. And single file fashion is the order of the day as we approach New Holland. But it won't be for long as we get down towards T1. Side battle here between Nate Roberts and Corey McNulty. This is raged on from lap 1, turn 1, and is continuing right now. Justin Cutler chasing Kevin Lee right now. Corey McNulty still battling with Nate Roberts. We've got epic battles up and down the grid right now. Wilson Ho, Benjamin Hyun, and Rory Buchanan. There goes Wilson Ho through on Rory Buchanan. But will it be a send through Europe car? It sure is. And there is a move from Rory Buchanan trying to snap back at the chicane, but no, not on this occasion. Looking good, looking neat and tidy so far, so good. Laszlo Toth, David Johnson, and Milton Diaz de Silva involved with a little bit of a tussle as the Bald Eagle Motorsports driver is flagged with an orange there. Flashy of the headlights forward. Presumably instant responsibility from one of those drivers. There goes Nate Roberts up the inside line on Corey McNulty as we come up through turn 2 and through Renault. Assaulting the curbs through campsite. Both drivers really trying to send it. Moldy looking big in the rearview mirror of Nate Roberts, the P4 contender, but Corey McNulty and the Bald Eagle Motorsports team trying to get as many Hall points as they can possibly get. Ryan Nash leads over Kevin Lee with Justin Cutler trailing the lead by just 0.4 of a second, but the gap between Ryan Nash and Kevin Lee has opened up to around 2 seconds already. Kevin Lee slowing down lets Justin Cutler by potentially, or was there a mistake? I'm not seeing anything pop up for the number 14. Roy Buchanan trailing Benjamin Hyun by 0.4 of a second, and it's opening actually. That looks like the FAF GTD car might get away from Rory Buchanan. Dips a wheel off into the gravel, allows the number 9 to close down the door, and now will BK try to make a move through the chicane? I don't think so. He's a little too far back on this occasion. 37:40 left on the clock. That means we've just got a few more laps of running. And I say a few more, but we've got quite a few more laps of running. Driver setting 145s right now. That unleashed, Kevin Lee unleashing Justin Cutler has closed down the gap between Ryan Nash and Cutler was a 2.5 second gap, now down to 0.6 of a second. Justin Cutler holds on to the fastest lap of the race, a 1:44.4. On board with Ryan Nash and the Bald Eagle Motorsport team coming through Worth. Here is a big slipstream run from Justin Cutler towards Ryan Nash, headed down in towards T1. Ryan Nash defending that inside line, Cutler to the outside. Let's see if we can get a helicopter camera of this, and it looks like the move is gonna be done. Justin Cutler trying to go the long way around at Renault, and it looks like he can't get it done just yet, but he carried a heavy helping hand of that slipstream, now closing the door at Repsol on Ryan Nash, pinching him to that inside line. And it looks like Justin Cutler is using all the track space while while Ryan Nash is driving with one hand behind his back, just held to these inside lines that he's trying to defend from. Taking a quick look at Nate Roberts before we go back to the battle with Justin Cutler and Ryan Nash, the battle for the lead of the race. Cutler is on the optimal racing line while Ryan Nash is cutting over to the inside line. Justin is really trying to work this thing like a seesaw and slingshot his way around. Sky Tempesta car of Nick Crazzoli already being lapped on lap 6 of the 45-minute race that we're running. And all this battling has allowed Kevin Lee to get involved in a three-way battle for the lead of the race. He's just 0.8 away from Cutler out in front now. Maybe Kevin Lee actually did have a strategy by unleashing Justin Cutler. Knew that the two were going to battle it out and allow himself the opportunity to gain some time against these two drivers. Ooh, big slide from Justin Cutler, but able to recover on the entrance to the chicane. That slip and slide might cost him the run that he needed coming out of New Holland and in towards T1. And as Choi falling back behind Milton Diaz de Silva. And we just missed the lead battle change. Justin Cutler did get past Ryan Nash at the entrance of turn 2. Five-second penalty, incident responsibility being dished out to Laszlo Toth, a 188 for Six Sigma Racing. Justin Cutler's pulled a 1.3 second gap over Ryan Nash on one lap alone already. Checking in with Laszlo Toth in his battle with Big Bad BK. Still battling with BK for now. On the rear wing of BK looking back at Toth. Six Sigma driver in 10th place. BK in 9th place for the number 9. Some would call that fate, others would call that a curse. Right now, everybody's running pretty smoothly right now. Let's check in with Leo Mora and Wilson Ho, as this Six Sigma driver is chasing down the Omega Racing team. And he looks to the inside line and gets the move done and dusted over the number 30. Will he be able to hold on Ferrari battle? Coming out of New Holland, it looks like Wilson Ho has the faster of the two laps. 147.3 to a 148.5 on that previous lap explains why that gap came so close. Leo lapping almost a second a lap slower than Wilson Ho. David Johnson, the second pit stop caller, because Roy Buchanan already stopped for his. The number 5 AMG Mercedes has been the first pit stop caller. David Johnson being the second. Roy Buchanan stopped for 57.9 seconds. David Johnson hopefully stopping for less time than that. Look at the battle between BK and Isho now. 1 second separating the two fast drivers. three Porsches running nose to tail. Isho leads BK over Alan Pena. Separated by around 1.3 seconds, then 1.5 back is Alan Pena. David Johnson coming out of pit lane after an 18.1 second stationary, so obviously not taking a new set of boots. Rory Buchanan gets hit with a 5-second penalty as well. That'll be due to incident responsibility, I would presume. Second with Nate Roberts, chased by Corey McNulty. Battle that started at lap 1, turn 1, has yet to cease. Checking out the positions gained, Nate Roberts and Corey McNulty starting in 4th and 5th respectively, and obviously running in 4th and 5th respectively. The top 5 hasn't changed one bit, but Wilson Ho has. He's gained 3 positions, started off in P9, running in P6 now. Leah Mora running in 7th place, lost 1 to Wilson Ho. Benjamin Hyun started in 7th, now in 8th. Laszlo Tak started in 8th, now running in 9th. BK is the next driver to be a pit stop caller. The inside line looks McNulty, but doesn't want to act on it just yet. Taking a look at the lap times. McNulty and Nate Roberts are just about even right now as far as pace is concerned. McNulty being slightly faster, grabbing the AMR advantage. Both drivers using track limits to the best of their abilities at the entrance towards turn 1 of Elf. Now coming through turn 2, it looks like McNulty's gone a little bit deep and wide. Coming around turn 3, looks like both drivers are looking pretty nimble and agile. This is the closest battle that we have on the racetrack right now. Other than that, it's Kevin Lee back 1.3 seconds from Ryan Nash. Benjamin Hyun 1.8 away from Leo Mora.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
Halfway through the race already. Seems like we just started a few moments ago, and we're going to do another 12 laps of running, give or take. Ryan Nash comes down pit lane, splitting this one exactly down the middle, it looks like. Maybe he's trying to do something differently than Justin Cutler and Kevin Lee. Keep an eye on Ryan Nash and see where his pit stop falls. Does the man decide to take a new set of boots or not? Nope, quick splash and dash, and he is rolling again. .1 second stationary. That might be the quickest pit stop we've seen out of Ryan Nash all season long. But here into P2 now is Kevin Lee. As he gets around, I believe that would be the 221 of David Johnson. Yes, it is the 221 of David Johnson. One of the other drivers who pit a little bit early. Ryan Nash, the 787, has got some clean air in front of him. He's got the 188, probably about 4 seconds up the road from him. But other than that, mostly clear skies for him. Nate Roberts with a big send on the 221. Or is that the 221 just getting out of the way, it looks like? It looked like a bigger send than I expected, or maybe the 221 was just trying to open up that inside line for Nate Roberts to go through. But the driver who's promoted in third place stays in third place for now on lap 14, the number 6 out in front. Corey McNulty in front of Wilson Ho by 12.6 seconds. And behind Nate Roberts by around 1.3, here's Laszlo Toth in the 188, getting past Rory Buchanan. No close battles out on the racetrack right now. Most action that we're going to see is through back traffic right now. 18 minutes remaining. We're on the front splitter of Ryan Nash. He's catching up to the 188 of Laszlo Toth in front. Keep an eye on this lap and see how many laps it will take for him to catch up to Laszlo out in front. Just about another lap or two, lap and a half or so. 147.8 to 146.9. Laszlo Toth leads Ryan Nash. lapping at almost a second a lap faster, and the gap is right now coming down. It's around 2.5, 2.6 seconds. So yeah, about a lap and a half till they catch up to each other. But of course, Laszlo Toth has that 5-second penalty attached to his name, so he should yield that position without too much issue once he gets caught up to. Obviously being on a different strategy as well. But he has every right to defend that position, the 188 does. Let's talk about the track here for just a few moments. 2.9 miles or 4.6 kilometers long. The track was made in 1993 with the chicane added in 2016, and we wish it was removed in 2016 as well. Located in Barcelona, Spain, we've got 16 corners, 9 to the right and 7 to the left, 97 feet of elevation change, or 29.6 feet. 0.65 mile or 1,047 meter long straightaway. Now looking at Laszlo Toth's rear wing and looking back at the 787. Like I said, it was going to take about a lap and a half for them to catch up to each other, and now it has happened finally. Laszlo Toth and Ryan Nash coming together. Laszlo Toth not defending right now, just wanting the faster driver to get past him, I'm sure. Looking at how close Ryan Nash can get to Toth without touching. Now they're going to go fully side by side out of Campsa and into La Casia. Ryan Nash gets the move done and dusted, and it's now up to Justin Cutler to manage the pace of this race. 46.3 that last lap around, 46.8 for Ryan Nash. So it's not looking like the undercut strategy is going to work out in Nash's favor over Cutler. Cutler with usually fast pit stops overall. Looks like he might walk away with his championship in 12.5 minutes. Isho now hit with a 5-second penalty, it looks like. The 11th place runner, the number 220 for incident responsibility. The gap behind Kevin Lee has opened up to 7.8 seconds. Wilson Ho 20.3 back. Then Benjamin Hyun, Leo Mora, Ryan Nash, Laszlo Toth, Nate Roberts, Corey McNulty, Alan Pena, Balwea Isho, BK, David Johnson, Kenneth Choi, Rory Buchanan, and Nilton Diaz de Silva. Round out the 16 drivers still participating here tonight. Kevin Lee into the pit stop phase. Gets it stopped just in time for the 50-meter board. Kevin Lee coming out of pit lane right behind Ryan Nash, it looks like. 5.4 seconds stationary for Kevin Lee, but he's going to be on colder tires, so the gap should increase on this lap. Looks like Kenneth Choi pulled over there for just a second to allow the lead runners to make their way through. Very gentlemanly-like thing to do. And we should be down to the final 4 laps of this race. Justin Cutler leads over Wilson Ho, but they both have to take their pit stops, as well as this driver, Laszlo Toth in Six Sigma Racing Car, as well as serve a 5-second penalty. There's a 2-2-1 of David Johnson getting out of the way of Kevin Lee. trying to predict where the pit stop will fall for Justin Cutler right now. 145, 512 on that previous lap, almost as fast as his previous best. 145, 415 is that best lap, fastest lap. Only a tenth off of that time. Nate Roberts in 6th place for the number 6 right now, but we obviously have Laszlo Toth still available to take his pit. And I believe we should just have 2 more laps after this one. Yellow flags waving for BK, the number 9, as he's at the exit of Worth right now. Nate Robert and Laszlo Toth going after it. Again, Laszlo Toth still needs to pit. This should promote Nate Roberts and Corey McNulty both into their respective positions again. A lift off there. Not sure which way Laszlo Toth was going to go. Laszlo gets out of the way, allows the faster car through. And there it is. Justin Cutler into the pits. Wilson Ho into the pit. And Laszlo Toth should be next. The 35 is still in the lead of the 787 by nearly a quarter of the track. You can see there on the track map it wasn't even close to being a pit call strategy. Justin Cutler's pit stop was 6.3 seconds stationary. Wilson Ho and Laszlo Toth both pitting on this lap. Looks like Wilson Ho's on his way out. Laszlo Toth on his way in still. That'll give Nate Roberts and Corey McNulty 4th and 5th place. The McNulty fans at home should be glad. Excellent top 5 for the Bald Eagle Motorsports. Double top 5 for the Bald Eagle Motorsports family. Kevin Lee doing a great job of bringing this one home in third place right now. I suspect that this should be the last lap of the race. White flag, checker flag on this occasion. Or possibly not. It'll be close. Depending on where Justin Cutler is when he crosses the line. He might cross the line with a couple seconds to spare. Justin Cutler will cross the line with some bonus time remaining, it looks like. So we will get this lap plus one more.
Okay,
Cutler crossing the line now, and you hear Barney, the announcer, giving us the one more lap remaining call. White flag is officially out now. Justin Cutler leads over Ryan Nash and Kevin Lee by 10.3 seconds. Cutler is coming around turn 9 for the final time tonight. And a little bit of an off there from the car in front of McNulty. That'd be Alan Pena. There. Here's Justin Cutler crossing the line in P1, and that'll be it. Then the next car to cross the line will be the 787 of Ryan Nash, the Bald Eagle Motorsports team. Following that will be Kevin Lee of photography. Nate Roberts crossing the line in 4th with McNulty in 5th place. Wilson Ho coming around the final corner in 6th place. Benjamin Hun in 7th place, with Leo Mora in 8th, the first place finisher. This should be Cutler and Leo Mora both winning their championship right now. Laszlo Toth with a good second place finish despite the 5-second penalty that he got. That's going to wrap things up for us. We're going to try to get some interviews in. Let's see if we can get in the booth. And it looks like I've got Leo Mora here next to me. Leo, congratulations on winning the championship. That was a hard fought season.
Yes, thank you, Saga. Thank you, our audience. This championship was really hard since the beginning. Isho and Laszlo was chasing me all the time. Like the difference was a little. Any mistake in any race, I could lose the lead. Was a challenge championship. And was a good fight though. There were a couple races I didn't perform well. At the Bathurst Mount Panorama, I could not race. Unfortunately, my internet disconnected. But yeah, it was a great championship so far.
Absolutely phenomenal. And we got to thank our sponsors, FAF for the love of the road and Six Sigma Sim Racing for giving us these amazing prizes to give out. Leo, what prize are you taking home as P1?
It will be a trophy, and I believe that is something from PARC Motorsport. There is a hood, there is a bottle, water bottle, and there is a mini car, mini Porsche car from MSA.
You're making me wish that I was in the championship because I would love to get a little IMSA Porsche FAF car. That would be wonderful to own. But yes, it was an amazing championship. Thank you very much, Leo, for getting everybody organized and getting everybody to participate. This was an amazing championship season to watch. And what's up for next season? Do we have anything in store lined up?
Yes. In about 3 to 4 weeks, we will have the season 2 of the PARC, the Pro-Am Race Challenge. And take a hook here, Saga, if you allow me. I would like to say thank you for the great broadcast you have been doing. Thanks for our audience that is phenomenal, is amazing. Thank you also for all the drivers that participate in this championship. Everybody joined since the first race to the last race. It's fun to have like a full grid and everybody competing. It was a challenge championship. For next season, we probably will have three different categories. Maybe we're gonna have the Pro-Am, and the Pro-Am and Bronze, the rookies. We try to expand our championship, and so far have been so a great time. I believe everybody's enjoying. I hope you, Sagar, enjoy too. I would like to say thank you for Ishu, Laszlo. We had great battles during this championship. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Saga.
Yeah, thank you very much, Leo. Really appreciate all the love and support that the community has given us. It's been working out to be a very great time. So thank you very much for keeping the championship seasons going.
Thank you very much, Saga.
Is there
Really
anybody
appreciate it.
else that wants to come in for an interview, Leo?
Let's call Justin Cutler because he won the championship on the Pro. Take advantage here quickly. I'm sorry. I would like to say thank you for my wife to always give me support. My kid that is watching us. Hey, Charles, I'm here. Dad is here. Thank you very much. They are sharing, and it's great. Isho is here. I believe we should want to do some talking as well. And Justin Cutler, let me call him, and I'm gonna pull him here. He is here now.
Thank you. Hello, Justin Cutler. We've dragged you into our mock interview booth. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, good, thanks.
Hey, congratulations on winning the championship. You've pretty much been unstoppable from start to finish all season long. What was the key to your success for this Pro-Am Racing Challenge?
I think just hammering down setups, both quali, more importantly, race though. Getting tire pressures right. Basically, getting the setups right, getting the laps in for practice, and being consistent too.
100%. Your consistency has really paid dividends on these races, especially some of these longer ones where we've had some pretty warm temperatures. Now, how have you dealt with some of the trickier conditions that we face where maybe the race wasn't so dry and sunny?
The high temp ones on this one, just not pushing so hard on the long turns because you can really overheat the tires, and then it's hard to come back from that. So you just have to resist the urge to get the gas all the way down, and you really have to feather the throttle on the longer turns. And then the wet races, it's just about being smooth. You can't overdrive the car, otherwise you just it definitely backfires on you.
Keys to success from the man himself, Justin Cutler, winning the Pro-Am Racing Challenge in the Pro category in a car that most people would say would be a handicap, the Nissan GTR. How'd you decide to pick that car?
I've seen some other faster guys driving it. I was in the Aston before, and I just decided to get out of my comfort zone and just learn a whole new car. Yeah, it was definitely tough to begin. The learning curve was pretty steep, but after a few races, learning how the car handles and how to tune it, it definitely pays off.
Well, you did an amazing job, Justin Cutler. Thank you so much. Is there anybody that you want to thank or anybody that you want to mention before we let you go?
Oh, just shout it to like the other top runners there, Kev, Ryan, Nate. Those guys definitely kept me honest in the entire series, and for the longest, into the later races, it could go any way there. The first few laps in this race, you could kind of see that, right? I was all the way down to P3 there for a while and had to fight up. So those guys are fast, man.
Yeah, it was a great championship battle to watch down to the bitter end in the final race. Couldn't ask for better entertainment than that. Thank you so much for joining me, Justin Cutler. We got one more interview and we'll wrap things up. Have a great day, and as always, stay safe, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Let's see if we can grab our man Isho if he wants to talk to us for a little bit. Or we have Laszlo Toth actually from Six Sigma
Holy
Racing.
moly!
Hello.
I've never been interviewed. This feels so special.
Well, we'll kick you right out of the interview booth. How's that?
Hey.
Just kidding, Laszlo. How have you been doing, my friend?
I had a great race. I had a great series.
You really did
Leo-
have a great series, didn't you? Pretty
Leo and I
consistent.
have been battling even before this series, and he's got better and better. And boy, he earned it this season.
I think he kind of sandbagged his way into the bronze category, don't you think?
I've heard that comment before too. but honestly, I had a chance, right?
Yeah.
To win this category, and he came out on top, and he did because his earlier races were stronger than mine,
True.
right? So he improved coming into the series, and he took it seriously from the get-go. So I really got to tip my hat to the guy. He did a good job. He deserved to win.
Agreed. He really did find some improvement, but yourself as well. You found a lot of improvement, Laszlo, and your consistency towards the last half of the season has been pretty strong. What do you pay dividends to that for?
Taking the results more seriously, right? I just pick a car that I love, drive it, and I'm not that focused on the results. But I started a team, the Six Sigma racing team. I have a Six Sigma rig. It's great. And I know the guys from Six Sigma. So I started the team and I picked good racers, right? The other two racers are both faster than me. I picked well, and our teams started showing solid results right away. And that motivates you, right? If
100%.
you and Justin gave some good leadership tips to us during the course of the season. But I stepped up to see if I couldn't beat Isho, who I see is here now, and Leo for the silver crown. But it was I didn't make it, but they both did well as well. So it was a nice battle, a nice fight through the whole season.
100% was a great fight. Is there anybody that you want to thank or anybody that you want to mention before we let you go, Laszlo?
Yep, I thank my teammates, of course, who did a stellar job, put us at the top, and congratulations for our top driver who won the Gold Series himself.
100%. Congratulations, Laszlo. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Have a great night and stay safe.
Have a great evening. Take care.
Yeah.
Ciao.
And last but not least, we're talking to the man, the myth, the legend, a fan favorite amongst everybody here at the Pro-Am Racing Challenge. It is none other than Isho. Isho, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm living the dream right now. Unfortunately, all dreams have to come to an end, and so is the Pro-Am Racing Challenge Season 1 right now. We're headed into a 3-week break, but this was an amazing championship to watch. How do you feel about your results?
It was definitely a good season. We had our highs and lows, especially for myself. I'm pretty happy with the results. It was tight, man, and like the class I'm in, the bronze class, these guys really they gave me a run for my money. Like Leo was very competitive, Laszlo was competitive as well. We had some Johnny was around, and some other drivers. Unfortunately, they just had to miss some races due to life circumstances. So it was good. I feel really good about it. And the guys in gold, really, they just leading the way. These guys are excellent drivers. So congratulations to them too as well.
100%. And congratulations to you as well. I believe, as Laszlo mentioned, you may have secured second place in the championship just in that last result of yours. That's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This last race, it was elbows out. A lot of guys were really trying to really rack in as much last points as they can, especially myself. I was a little bit more risky, especially as we saw in turn one. Just because me and Laszlo were so close. Actually, I'm looking at the points right now. I'm at 215. He's at 214. So,
Wow.
we have to be elbows out, and that's how it had to go. But I think everyone managed to recover well, and we just had a fun time, as friends and as competition as well.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, that everybody's still having fun, despite there being a couple of prizes on the line, despite bragging rights being on the line. Everybody's out here still having a great time, and it looks like you guys were having fun. I always have fun watching the broadcast, so it's great to hear that you guys still have that camaraderie amongst yourselves. That's for sure.
Of course, it's always we try to keep it as respectful as possible. We want to see this league and this championship grow.
And it's
Hopefully
getting
more
there.
drivers in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's getting there. That's for sure. Lastly, is there anybody that you want to thank, Isho, or anybody that you want to mention before we let you go and we close out the stream?
Honestly, big shout out to Leo and all the other drivers. Congrats to Justin. Congrats to Kevin and Ryan for placing podium. Big congrats to Laszlo again. And everyone that really came and showed up for every race. Big shout out to the FAF Racing sponsors and the Six Sigma Racing sponsors. All these sponsors matter to us and help us keep going, right? So thank you for commenting and taking charge of that during the season. We hope to see you again next season for sure.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys next season as well. Thank you so much, Isho. Have a wonderful night, brother.
Yeah, you likewise.
And it looks like we've had one slip underneath the radar before we go anywhere. Ryan Nash, Mr. Nash, how are you?
I'm well. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is the Bald Eagle Motorsports driver, the 787. I don't know why you didn't pick the 776. It would have been more fitting for the Bald Eagle name.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. It was kind of just, I don't know. Just the number was kind of a last minute number decision. So, but it was all as well. All as well.
Yeah. Well, a hard fought championship for yourself. I believe that you secured, well, before I open my big fat mouth, let me just hit refresh on the stream or on the thing. You finished 1 point behind Kevin Lee in the championship, but secured third place for the Bald Eagle Motorsports team. That's got to feel pretty good.
It feels well, It was just a lot of consistency and hard work, especially after missing that first race in Zolder. battling with between Cutler and Nate and Lee. It's been very close at times, but it's just been practicing and just hitting your marks and just practicing everything, just staying consistent. My other teammates did well, and yeah, as a team, of course, there's always improvements to be made, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I feel like we gave the best that we could, and we had a great result.
Yeah, 3-4 for the Bald Eagle Motorsports, flying high for sure towards the top of the charts. That's got to feel pretty good for you guys itself. But you yourself, Ryan Nash, you made some major improvements towards the last half of the season. From what I could tell, it's looked pretty good for you.
Yeah, no, last season I was a little bit kind of away, so I haven't really had time to hop on the sim as much as I'd like because of school. So it's just kind of just been like while I was away from the sim, kind of just doing a little bit of research on my own, watching YouTube videos and kind of getting on when I can. But especially like this season, it was just kind of just getting back into the swing of things, yeah.
Completely understood. It makes a lot of sense. This the time away from the sim and having to regroup and get back used to the swing of things. It just takes some time. So I can see from your results you were able to make a strong comeback. Pretty much nothing but podiums after your first race back at the Nürburgring.
Yep. Yeah, no, the Nürburgring was a fun experience for sure. I haven't really raced on that track. I've kind of only done a few practice sessions on it. So the racing environment is completely different. The result that I wanted there was a little bit kind of just a little bit of a downer on my side. So I just had to figure out how I could turn that around and bounce back.
And you sure did. And good job to you. Before we let you go, is there anybody that you want to thank or anybody that you want to mention other than your teammates?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the FAF series, the 6 Week Sigma Racing series, Leo Mora and Daniel Chan for putting this whole league on, and all my family and friends who tune in, and all the fans. And yeah, that's about it. I've had a great time, and thank you.
Glad to hear it, Ryan Nash. Thank you very much for bringing more people on board to the Pro-Am Racing Challenge, and to all the fans everywhere. Keep cheering for the Bald Eagle Motorsports team. Thank you so much, Ryan Nash. We're going to close things out here. Have a great night, and as always, stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. This has been a wonderful championship series to commentate. Thank you very much for all the love and support. Thank you very much to the fans. Thank you to our sponsors, FAF for the love of the road, 6 Sigma Sim Racing. Thank you very much to our beloved live steward, Daniel Tran. Thank you very much to Leo Mora for all the hard work that he puts together to get these championship series organized and as well put as they can possibly be. Thank you to him again for all of the graphics that he puts together, all the weather that you see, all the leaderboards. He puts those together every single week, as well as the screen that you're staring at right now. And if you're interested in joining us, please join us next season at Omega Sim Racing. And the Discord is in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Feel free to join the Discord, get involved in our community, and join us. And you can find yourself on stream next season. Well, that'll be it, folks. Thank you for all the love and support. Again, it's been my pleasure to be your host, but all good things have to come to an end, and so does this stream. Have a great night, and as always,